Hey everyone, Crystal and I are back for another Focus Wheel episode. So again, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Ellie Pappas. I am a life coach and a Reiki practitioner, and Crystal is...
I'm a wellness coach, and I'm helping people to basically get to their best self, best versions of themselves, and it's exciting. So we're going to do a little something different today, Ellie.
So this is our third video on doing Focus Wheel. So we're doing things kind of in different ways just to show you and inspire you how you can do your own focus wheels to get into that manifestation mode. So if you haven't seen our other videos, just very briefly, the focus wheels are process from Abraham Hicks. They're spiritual teachers if you want to Google them and find out more about them. And Crystal and I have done lots of focus wheels, and we just want to show and inspire you to do your own so you can get aligned and focus on your emotional path. So I guess we should just dive into what we're going to do today. And we're going to focus on my focus wheel. I want to do one on travel. I actually started working on one, and I thought it would be a fun idea if Crystal could help me finish it up, because I've been meaning to finish it up and I do need some guidance, and we want to share that with you. So, yeah.
Yeah, so Ellie has chosen traveling and living a location-independent lifestyle, which I think a lot of people these days, especially now that the opportunity is there, with so much opportunity with technology online, to not only run your own business, but to be able to be free and go wherever you want and travel and see the world and really live the life on your terms. And when you want to do that versus, oh, I only have 2 weeks vacation and I can only take this when this person's off, and who wants restriction? So, most of us, I would think, who are entrepreneurs or people that are really looking to expand and work on themselves and to really grow, are really looking for that independent lifestyle. So we're going to touch on topic that I hope is something that really inspires you guys to really start thinking about of something that's possible, because it is, because there are other people out there that are doing this. So why not you? So, we'll start with, do you have your middle statement yet? Oh, and we're also going to do statements this time versus words. So we're going to try to get you guys into a place of really feeling like it's already happening, believing that it's possible, with statements. So those statements are obviously going to be as general as possible to keep you in a vibration of being extremely open to receiving it, because when you get too specific, you kind of can get a little bit of resistance. So, what do you have anything in the middle right now?
I'm location independent.
Okay. All right. So for you guys, that's pretty much, if you want to travel and you want to be able to work your business or your job or do whatever it is that you want to do and be able to go and come and go as you please, that is a perfect middle statement. Okay, for your main desire. So your main desire is going to go into the middle with a sentence of something like that, or for you, for someone else, it may be, I want to be able to travel the world while I work my business, or I want to be able to have, a career or a job where I'm able to travel freely, so just change the words around to whatever fits you and feels good to you initially. So how many you want to do going around?
I think I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have 5 quadrants.
Okay.
So So how can you guide me through the statements first? Because I do that sometimes, but I think you've done that more. So let's show people how to.
So what I tend to do first is I start off with a statement that's already true, either for myself or from what I've seen in my first box. So it puts me in a place where I believe that desire is possible. So for someone like Ellie, like yourself, you've traveled a lot, and you've been able to do that. You've traveled a lot. I mean, I've traveled too, but you've traveled a lot. So I would put, like, if you're someone that's already traveled already and you've, seen other places and things like that, I would put something like, I've been able to travel frequently in the past, or I've been able to visit places, that other people haven't visited, or something that sort of mimics that. If you haven't traveled, if you're not someone who's well-rounded, but you're wanting to be, there are other people out there that are living an independent lifestyle traveling, which is true. And if you don't believe that, you can go online, you can find many entrepreneurs that are living that lifestyle. So a statement that really aligns with that makes you believe that. Is it possible? It is possible. That's what technology is allowing. So you may even want to start with that. Let's say you don't know anyone, you haven't traveled, you don't know anyone personally, or you haven't seen anyone online that's done it, saying, you know what, this is possible because technology is making it possible, right? And it's true. So, so something that's true for yourself right now. So
For me?
For you, yeah, in terms of traveling.
Yeah, well, I'm already creating an income online right now, doing some different things. So that's true for me. So how should I write that? Like, do I just write it?
I would say just that. I've already established an income online. Or I've already established a location independent business.
Okay. Yeah, like I've already established a stream of income that I don't need a location for. I can do it from my laptop.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. And then how many statements do you want me to come up with?
Well, you have 5, right? You have 5 quadrants.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean. I get that now I understand why you asked me how many quadrants, so I could come up with that many statements.
Exactly. Because what's going to happen is, as you, so for video's sake, we'll do 5. But if I were you, I would probably do like 7 or 8. Because if you're someone that's really wanting this but feeling like it's not possible.
Yeah, you want to give yourself that momentum of like to keep filling in the wheel.
Exactly. You want like 3 or 4 quadrants where you're still talking about things that are true right now that you believe, and then you're shifting into things that you're desiring and that you really want. So let's just say that Ellie had 9 quadrants. She would maybe fill the second one with, again, because she's already traveled, I have already traveled and seen. What do you like about traveling? What is it that you really enjoy? You would enjoy, let's say you haven't traveled, that you're really seeking and really wanting out of traveling?
Meeting people with different perspectives.
So exploring different cultures and the way other people live. So for someone that's traveled like yourself, I would probably say something along the lines of, I've been exposed to different cultures and it inspires me. Or I've already been exposed to, different forms of living, and that excites me, seeing how other people live. If you haven't done that, then it would be that desire. You would say, I want to see how other cultures are living. I want to be exposed to a different mindset. I want to be exposed to different people, because I think in us that are wanting to travel, we're like that. We really want to absorb sort of everything. Like, I love a Caribbean vacation, but it's like, I'm on a beach. Like, that's great. I want to like see culture. I want to go to Europe. I want to go to China. I want to go to Japan. I really want to see how other people are living. So if that's something that you really want, writing something like that, I really want to be exposed to other cultures, or I have been exposed to other cultures if you already have. So
I guess I'm thinking like, why do I want to travel, right? So like, getting into that and asking myself why. So I have 3. Well, actually, no.
2.
2.
Second one. Yeah. So third one now. So that would be something that you've either already experienced or want to experience. So then I would say to you, okay, what's another thing about traveling that really, really excites you and really?
It gives me like a new rhythm. Because I feel like, you know, when you're at home and, you know, you have your comforts and the things that, you know, you have a certain rhythm in the way that you approach life. I mean, yes, we're always changing, but when you travel, you're kind of catapulted and it's more intense. So it kind of disrupts that rhythm, which I want, you know, and I've appreciated.
I love the spontaneity of traveling.
Yeah.
I love that it's spontaneous. I love that it's not a routine.
Yes. I love the yeah, like the spontaneity.
The unexpected.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got to see this firsthand, guys, when Ellie and I went to Amsterdam. And
what did you say?
I said I got to see that firsthand as when Ellie and I went to Amsterdam.
Wasn't I really happy?
Go see. So whatever.
We're all really happy.
That's it. So whatever works for you, right? So if so that again, that's something that a traveler really looks to. Like they want to get out of routine, right? That's even if you're just someone that just like travels twice a year just for vacation from work, like you're trying to get out of the rut of just like going to work every day and coming home every day. There's a certain feeling of travel that's exciting, you know. Being with your significant other on vacation is a lot more fun than just like being at home together. Traveling with friends is a lot more fun than just going to the bar down the block with your friends.
Yeah.
So travel,
just that gain of like a different perspective.
Yeah.
You know, because you're exploring different perspectives and then ultimately you gain a different perspective and you grow. I mean, it's such a great way to grow, and that's always what I'm seeking. So this is what excites me about traveling. So I think growth, I love the growth that it provides me.
Yeah. So that's your fourth one?
Yeah.
That's good. And so as you guys are doing it and thinking about all the things that you like and all the things about travel, what you'll start to feel, and Ellie, you might start to feel, is like more things start to come. Because you're kind of in that feeling of traveling, you know, writing it out and thinking about the things that you like about traveling. You're in that mindset. So now it's like, oh, I like this also about traveling. I like this also about it. So as you're writing each one, you're really working it through each section. What you're going to start to do is you're going to start to be inspired with other things that start to come up that maybe you normally don't think about. You know, so really putting yourself in a place. And whenever you're stuck and you're in a place where you're kind of like, oh, I don't know what to put next, go back to your main desire. Go back and look in the middle, you know, and as Ellie said, you know, for her, it's living that independent lifestyle, you know. So again, what does travel and living that independent lifestyle mean? You know, that's going to mean you are free to go and come and go as you please. And that's what vacation is too, right? You wake up when you feel like it. You go to sleep when you feel like it. You go to dinner, you're out as long as you want. There's not really a structure there. So for traveling, another great sentence like I would personally put would be, you know, I love getting out of the routine and having time, you know, because that's what travel is to most people. It's time. It's you're only focused on yourself. You're only focused on the person you're with. You're not worrying about getting to work.
Well, I guess that also depends what kind of travel too. So like it's really specific to also know what kind of travel that you are desiring. Because for me, it really is about, I intend to work when I travel.
Mm-hmm.
So like I want to bump around and I don't want to take a 2-week travel adventure. I want like 4 months.
Right.
So in 4 months, you know, I expect that I will work and which is fine. I mean,
but it's on your terms.
But it's on my terms and I'm doing what I like. And so I guess also like making that distinction, like that will also determine what your focus wheel looks like. So, because I won't like, oh, I can stay out as late as I want. Well, I will be working and I will have sort of a routine. This is how I envision it for myself anyway. But do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Of course. No, because it's like you're saying, especially if you have a business, you are going to have some kind of structure, you know, but it's still on your terms. You know, it's still in a place where you're saying, okay, you know, I'm going to choose to do this or choose not. That's what an location independent lifestyle means. You know, you're really somewhere where you're not only physically deciding what you want to do from anywhere you want, but location independent, meaning even for yourself. You know, if you want to work in your hotel room, if you want to work at the start, whatever, you know, wherever country or wherever you are, you go there. You know, you, even within your job, or your business, you're independent. You know, you're deciding that. You're not behind a cubicle. You're not, you know, sitting there like, I don't have lunch for another hour. I can't go anywhere, you know, so that kind of thing. Because again, I think, you know, the traveling, that freedom, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur and such, you know, that's more of it. If you're just someone who just wants to travel but wants to keep, you know, an average lifestyle and work a job and do things like that, like maybe you want to like take a trip to Cancun and that's like your goal for next year, you know, that would be like a more simple focus wheel. Don't you agree? That would just be something of, you know.
I don't think it would be more simple. I think it would just be different. I think it would,
you know, it might be like something like, oh, you know, I love the feel of, you know, being on a beach and drinking a margarita, you know, to like get you.
And that's really a focus wheel for a vacation. So like that's a vacation. Mine is about location independent lifestyle, which is a little different. So it's about like traveling and also living on my purpose. It's not really, I don't see it as a vacation. I just see it as the opportunity to bump around whenever I want. Exactly. Not when a job tells me I can go off. When I say I want to go here and I want to leave this place and go to another place. So that's the distinction, I think, with travel, because there's different kinds of travel and people think of it in different ways. So just be aware of that.
Exactly. Even like, you know, some people want to just see like the US. They want to just travel all the states and see all the states. So if like that's your goal, you go through what that's going to be for you. So it doesn't only have to be where like you have your own business and you want to travel. It can be other things as well that you can throw out. We're just focused on that because that's what Ellie.
Bring it on me.
That's what I want to do. That's what most people, you know, that have big dreams want to do. So, so that's the fourth one. And then the fifth one, do you have the fifth?
No, I have to write it.
Okay. So the last one, I always try to reiterate my main desire in the middle. That's in the middle of the circle, with different words. And,
okay.
And sort of a direct affirmation. So okay. I would say something, you have, I'm living, what is your middle again? I'm living a location
independent lifestyle.
I'm living a location independent lifestyle. So what are some of the words that come up? Freedom, right? And I go through some of the words and then I would say something like, I am living a life full of, and then.
Okay, so I'll start with that, and I'll feel into the word that's right. I am living a life.
Sorry, guys, my pup isn't feeling well.
I'm sorry. Okay, freedom. Oh, wait, I had something written down. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, I wrote down, wait, let me just check this. Okay. Oh, okay, and this. Now there's so many words I want to put. I'm like, growth and positivity and happiness and joy and all of them.
All that up? What sums all that up? So
I wrote, I'm living a life of freedom, adventure, and joy and growth.
That's fine. That's there's no limit. Whatever makes you feel good. You know, that's it. Like if that makes you feel good, then that's that. And again, if you have more quadrants and everything, you could really go a lot deeper with it. So if you wanted to get a little bit more sort of in depth, again, you know, spending a little bit of time really imagining yourself traveling and what that means for you or who you're with, you can even like throw in like who you're there with, the kinds of people that you're meeting there. You know, I'm meeting like-minded people who share the same passion as me, you know, or I'm
yes.
Yeah.
I will do 7 quadrants.
See? For argument's sake and for
okay, types of people I want to meet.
Food. I mean, some people like to travel for food, so you
yeah,
might.
That's true.
You know, I love to explore, you know, my palates.
And weather. I mean, that's one of the biggest ones for me because, as I've told and shared with you, Crystal, I, you know, really prefer warm environments, and that's becoming more and more like prominent for me as a desire to be in warm environments. So that's definitely something I'm also going to include in my focus wheel.
Perfect. Yeah.
So this is a really great way to outline the focus wheel. So I have like 5 sections. So you can create as many sections as you want, as many statements as you want, and then draw from those, right? I guess that's what you do to fill in the quadrants.
Yeah. I also I do them in pencil. Like I write out my statements in pencil. Because for the word, it's a little different. Those are kind of a little bit simpler. But with statements, I tend to write them out in pencil and I kind of like re-say them over and over again. Then I'm like, okay, this is good. And then I'll write them in pen because statements can change, different words can come. I'll look to the middle again. I'll go back to what I'm saying in there and I'll just kind of play around with what feels really good to the point where I really feel like I've already achieved it. I've already, you know, I'm feeling that at that moment. And it's something that when I'm reading it and when I'm thinking about it, there's a lot of clarity. You know, I feel like, again, I've really put out an order to the universe. Like, this is what I want. You know, this is what I'm desiring. So, you know, if you want to get specific and being specific makes you feel good, then get specific. But if general just works for you, like we did pretty general, we didn't really stick with anything. You know, maybe you have specific places you want to travel to. Maybe you have, like Ellie saying, a specific place of weather that you really want to be. Maybe you're a skier and you like snow and you like snowboarding and you know you want to do that. Or maybe you're a Caribbean person or, you know, whatever it is. Play around with those statements and see what feels the best, you know, and don't just, you know, make the focus wheel and put it aside, you know, go back, look at it, make multiple ones. If anyone ever like came into my house, they would be like, what the hell is going on?
So I just want to show people so they can have like an example. You know, so this is not the official one, but I just want to show people like how I filled it in. So I have like perspectives, weather, spontaneity, and then I'll put something else here. And then the middle, as we said in the beginning, would go with your strong statement, right? Like mine is location independent lifestyle. And then the other circle would be my affirming statement, that last statement that I mentioned, which is I'm living a life of freedom, adventure, and joy and growth. Perfect. So just to give people a visual.
Yeah, what I like what you do, again, because Ellie and I both do it differently. She does a lot more words. I do a lot more sentences. What I do like is like what you have there, sort of giving them sort of like main words and then maybe the statement after that. So that's even a better way to get like into a better place of the word that you're feeling and the way that you want to feel, because you see the word and then that should trigger a sentence or that should trigger something that you want to say. So that's even like I've done one, I think I showed in the past where I've put like my business, and then what I did was I had like one for my income, one from my clients. I had a section for my coaches. I had a section for, what did I have on there? My income, my future, my reputation, you know, and so I sort of sectioned them off all around that, and then I wrote statements, and then I wrote words around those. So you can always block those things too, depending on what you're doing.
And this is why we're doing these videos, is really to show how Crystal approaches it, how I approach it, because you really want to find a way that works for you, and there is no right way. I mean, even the original process that Abraham Hicks put out for us, I mean, you can see like we've modified it because, you know, we're doing what works for us. So it's great to just explore different perspectives on this, and so you can find that way that's right for you. So, and I already have an idea for the next week, which I'm not going to mention now, but this is giving me ideas of how to show people other ways to do it. So stay tuned for the next one.
Oh, yeah. All right. So if you guys have any questions or you guys want to have us do anything specifically, then just write in the comments below and we will do it. We'll be doing this every week for a while until we get sick of it. And then we'll do something else. Right. So so hope this helps you guys, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Bye. He's sick.